This is a really beautiful cardigan or sweater, and the stitch here, I really love the texture, and it has zero sewing. Okay, you only need your needle to weave in your ends, and I used to join the seam here with slip stitch and single crochets only, so you don't need to worry about sewing. And the best part is you can adjust the size and the length of this cardigan to according to what you need. Okay, so let's start. For the sweater, I'm using this medium weight or number 4 weight yarn. You will need scissors, stitch marker, a needle to weave in your ends, and I'm using a 5 mm hook. And you can use any yarn and hook size. Okay, as you just need to have the correct measurement. And so for that you will need a measuring tape, so you can adjust the length and the size according to what you need. Okay, so I will start by making the foundation of half double crochets in the multiples of 3 plus 1. Okay, for the main part of the sweater you will need to count your stitches by 3, and when you get to the length that you need, you add one more stitch to that. Okay, so I'll chain 2, and the chain 2 will count as my first half double crochet. Yarn over into the first chain. You have 3 loops. Take your yarn, release 1 loop, you release all 3 again, then through both the loops, and just like this you continue making your half double crochets. And you will need to leave space for the single crochets also. So I want my sweater to be at less than 16 inches, so you can always adjust the length. Okay, so make your multiples of 3 plus 1. I'll make at least 13.5 or close to 14 inches. After that I'll show you what to do. So let's take the measurement. Here I'm at 13.5, and let's count our stitches. Count by 3, count the half double crochets only. Okay, and this chain 2 will count as your first, so 3 3 3 3 3 and 3, and at the end of your length you add 1 extra stitch. And for this lower part of the sweater I'm going to do a ribbing of single crochet. So insert your hook, you have 2 loops, pull a yarn, release 1 loop, and you release 2. That's your first single crochet, so if you need, keep your marker. So through both the loops, release 1 and release 2. I will do about 8, so that's 2, and then 3 4 5 6 7 and 8 single crochets. I'm going to work only first for this round with this half double crochets, and for the next round you chain 1. The chain 1 will not count as your stitch, so make your single crochet in the same space. That's your first, and we will have 7 single crochets back loop only. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7, and a total of 8 single crochets here. And into your next stitch here you make 1 single crochet both the loops, and in this same space we are going to work 2 double crochets. 1 2, and you will skip 2 stitch on the third single crochet, and 2 double crochet in the same space. You skip 1, 2 and single crochet and 2 double crochet in the same space, and this is what we are going to repeat for the entire row. Okay, and if you are doing it right, we should end with a single crochet on this chain 2 here. And here I have 1 2 stitch left and this chain 2, so make your single crochet on top of that chain 2, and then you chain 1 again, and this chain 1 will not count as your stitch. Okay, so single crochet into the first stitch and 2 double crochet it done in the same space, and you will leave this 2 stitch again and you work on this single crochet of the previous row. Make your single crochet and 2 double crochet in the same space. It's the same repeats only for the rest of the sweater. You leave 1 2 and on the third make a single crochet and 2 double crochets in the same space, and this is how it will look for the first 2 rows here. Then you have 1 2 and work on the third. And if you're new to this channel, please do subscribe so you don't miss any of my new uploads. Okay, so repeat this. You leave 2 stitch, work on the third with a single crochet and 2 double crochets in each stitch, and when you go down, your last single crochet of the pattern will be right here, and this 8 single crochets here we will do back loop and a normal single crochet on the last one here. So here you leave 1 2, make your single crochet, and you have 7 single crochet back loop only. 1 2 crochet back loop only, and your last one here a normal single crochet through both the loops. So you chain 1, and for this part it's the same repeat, and so it is for this upper part also. So if you need, just keep a marker so it'll be easier for you to see or to work. Okay, so start again, single crochet and 7 single crochet back loop only. And in this space here you will always work with a single crochet and 2 double crochets. You skip 1 2 and work on the third. And this is the front part of the sweater that we are working right here. So let me draw it a little for you. I'm not a good in drawing, so don't mind. Take your measurement from one shoulder to another. Okay, just imagine this is your shoulder here. Take your measurement from this point to this point. Okay, so if your back is about 18 inches, make your front. I will make my front at 8 inches each. Okay, and if my back is 17, I will reduce the front to 7 inches. Okay, I'm measuring in inches here. You can have a little bit under or over this measurement, it doesn't matter. Okay, and if you like your sweater to have a bigger size, let's say here's 19, if you're a big person, then make your front at 9 inches. Okay, whatever your size is, you adjust to that. Okay, the bigger your back is, the wider your back is, the wider your front also is. Okay, so I will make mine at 17 inches. I'm not a big person, so I'll make my front at 7 inches. It might it might be a little bit over or under. As I told you, it doesn't matter. So I'm making this measurement. So take your own measurement and adjust to what you need. And this is what we are going to repeat. Okay, when you take the measurement, take it from this part only. So this is what you repeat. When you go up, you will have 8 single crochets back, 7 single crochets back loop only, plus the one here, so you'll have 8. And you will start your round just like we did, and you will end with your single crochet, and then again you start with single crochet and end with a single crochet right here, and you continue for this part in the same way. Okay, so you'll have single crochets and 2 double crochets in the same space. Skip 1, 2 on the third, single crochet and 2 double crochets. Skip 2 and work on the third, and by the end of the third row you can see that your pattern will start to take shape. And so as you can see here, I already made my 7 inches. I'm a bit over that, and it's okay. So here you will need to take your measurement again, and you will need your stitch marker also. So this is my row that goes down to the bottom, and I will take the measurement here about 7 inches, a bit under 7 inches, like this. And here it has 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 of these shells, so I'll keep my marker on this last one here. And if you are a big person and you will need bigger armhole, then take the measurement of your own arm and see if it fits you with this or you need more. Okay, if you need more, then you can make maybe one more shell here. And after you keep your marker, you count the number of the stitches you have here, and the number of the stitches we have in this space here from here to here is the number of chains we are going to make to work the back panel. Okay, so here I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 and 21. I have at 21 stitches, so I will make 21 chains when I made my last single crochet here. Okay, so start your round as usual, and I will see you right here. Okay, work your single crochet and your pattern. So make your last single crochet here, and since I have 21 stitches here, I will make 21 chains. And if you have more stitches here in this armhole part, then you will need to have the same number of chains that you have for the stitches. Okay, so I'll make 21, so make sure you don't make your chains too tight. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5. So I have 21 chains, and then the chain, so add one more here for your turning chain. Okay, which means in total I have 22. So turn your work, and into the second stitch. Okay, second chain, make your single crochet and 2 double crochets in the same space. So 1, 2 and single crochet on the third, and then 2 double crochet in the same space. So we need to have the same number of shells in this chain and in this one here. So I need to have 7. So I already have 2 here. That's 3, 1, 2 and on the third single crochet and 2 double crochet in the same space. So here I have 7 shells, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and skip 2 stitches and make your single crochet in the single crochet here. And then you can repeat the pattern again. Okay, and from the next round onwards it's the same repeats again, and you will need to take your measurement right from this first row until you get to the measurement that you need your bag to be. Okay, take your own measurement like I showed you in the start of our video. If you're not clear about the instructions or the repeats, then post your questions in the comments below. So when you get to the measurement that you need, we are going to make the armhole for the other sleeve as well. So the same number of stitches we skip from this side while making the back panel is the same number of stitches that we are going to skip while making the front panel from this part. Okay, so I left here about 21 stitches, so I'll count my 7 shells here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll keep my marker right here. You should count the same number on both sides. Okay, the number you skip from this part should be the number you skip in this part as well. I skipped 21, so I have 21 here, and you count yours. Okay, whichever number you made, if you made it in a bigger or a smaller size. So start your row as usual. I will see you right here again. So here I will chain 21 and I'll chain 22. The one chain will be my turning chain. Here I have 22 chain, 21 chain for the stitches we skipped here, and 1 chain as my turning chain. So make your single crochet into the next stitch and 2 double crochet in the same space. You skip 1, 2, you skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and on the third you make your single crochet again and 2 double crochet in the same space. 1, 2, and on the third single crochet, and we repeat again just like what we did from the other side here, from this part. So here you have 1, 2 and single crochet on this space, and we continue with our pattern again, and after the end of this row I'll show you how to do the next part. Okay, so when you finish your first row of this second front here, take your marker. I did not count how many rows I did for the back. Okay, I just used my measurement, but for the front here you will need to count the number of rows that we have from this side. We are going to make the same number of rows from this other side as well. We need to have the same number of rows. So the first row is done, which is this one. So I'll mark my second row that goes up here, and I'll work my second row, and when I finish my second row I'll mark the one that goes down again, where the shell goes down. Okay, and I keep on moving my marker until the last row here. Okay, whenever you finish your one row from this side, you move your marker onto the next row. So in that way you do not have to count over and over again in which row you are making. Okay, so we need to have the same number of rows from both sides. Okay, so be sure to make the same number of rows. Unlike the back, this is important. Okay, so after you made your rows of shells here, you will need to make the row of single crochet and half double crochets only. Okay, and when you made your rows, I will show you what to do. Cut your yarn and secure, and choose your right side. Both so sides look the same only, so this will be my wrong side. After you do this, make a slip knot. So right here where you mark, insert your hook, chain 1, and we are going to join the shoulder part with single crochets. Until you are here. Cut your yarn, secure, and you can use your needle to weave in your ends. And you turn from this side, remove your marker, and you do the same thing we just did from here. Okay, insert your hook, and join with single crochets until you are here, and then cut your yarn and secure. I'll show you how to do the sleeve. So turn by your right side, turn the sweater by the right side, so make a slip knot again. And for the ribbing here, we are going to use half double crochet on the third loop. Okay, or if you prefer this, you can do this too. So I will insert your hook. I will make 10 chains. The 2 chains will be my turning chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 chains. So I'll have 8 half double crochets by the back bump only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 7 and 8 one here on the last stitch. You leave this one stitch into the next, insert your hook and make a slip stitch, and slip stitch into the next, done. This is your first stitch, so make your first half double crochet a normal one, and you have back loop, a front loop, and this is the third loop, so insert your hook into that and make half double crochets. We should always have 8, so that's already 3 4 5 6 7, the first and the last one a normal half double crochet, and chain 2. The chain 2 is not our stitch, so make your first half double crochet and so please be sure to count, so you'll have the same number of half double crochet all across. And your last one here a normal one, so we should have 8 2 4 3 2 4 6 8, and you always skipped the next stitch. This one you already have the chain here, skip this one and into the next, slip stitch, and then you are going to slip stitch, you turn. Okay, so if you need, you can keep a marker, so it will be easier for you to work. Okay, this is not your stitch, this is the slip stitch that we just made, and your first stitch will count from this one, and we are going to repeat this all across our sweater from this part as well until you are here. Okay, I'll show you one more time here. Seven and 8 one here, you leave this one and slip stitch into the next, slip stitch into the next, and continue. So here when you have only 2 stitches left, so we need to make our slip stitch into the next. After we finish the body of the sweater, and to start the sleeve, we are going to make, for the sleeve we are going to make 2 similar panels with the same number of stitches and repeat. Okay, you will need to have same number of stitches and same number of rows on both the panels. Okay, and we will start by making the foundation of half double crochet and single crochet, just like how we did the sweater. Okay, and for the measurement, it depends on how long or how short do you like your sleeve to be. So you can keep the sweater on, put the sweater on your body, and from where you have this armhole on your arm, take the measurement from that spot until you have your measuring tape right here or anywhere you want your sleeve to be. Okay, and that is the measurement that you will need. For my sleeve, I will make about 15 centimeters. I mean 15 inches. It's the same length as the sweater only. So I'll make until 13.5 inches with half double crochet. After that, you count by 3 plus 4. 3 plus 1. Count by 3 plus 1, and the remaining part of the sleeve will be the ribbing for the with the single crochets. Okay, so whichever length is your sleeve, that is how you are going to do it. Okay, so I will start. Okay, the same way you start the sweater. The only difference will be in the ribbing for the cuffs. Okay, so here I have 8 single crochets and this half double crochets. So you chain one, and please remember this one, when you come down from this part to the ribbing, you are going to work with single crochets, but when you go up from this ribbing to the main part of the sleeve, we are going to do the slip stitch only. Okay, so the first stitch, insert your hook and make a slip stitch, and then you will have 7 slip stitch back loop only. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, the first one through both the loops, and we will repeat with the pattern again. You make your single crochet into the next stitch and 2 double crochet in the same space, leave 2 and single crochet, and then 2 double crochets, and you continue until the end of the round. Okay, just like how we did the sweater. So you chain 1 and we repeat again, and when we are here, I will show you what to do. So here, after your last shell, you work your single crochet, and then we will have 8 single crochet back loop only. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 8th one through both the loops. You chain 1, and the chain 1 is not your stitch, so insert your hook into your first stitch and work your first slip stitch, and then you slip stitch back loop only for 7 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and make your single crochet and start with your pattern again, and this is how you repeat. Okay, when you go up you work slip stitch, when you go down you work with single crochets, and you repeat this one until you get to the size that when you fold your fabric in half, okay, from this side, when you fold your fabric in half, it should be in the same size like your armhole. Okay, when you fold this fabric in half, it should be the same size with your armhole, and you can leave a little bit under this measurement, okay, because you need to work one row with the half double crochet row when you finish your sleeve, okay. So continue, I'll show you what to do again when you finish. So here is my sleeve panel, and I already attached this one. So this is my armhole, and when I fold this panel in half like that, this is what I get. I have this is a little bit smaller than the actual armhole here, and that is absolutely okay because I need to work here the row of half double crochets like this one, okay. So I will work one round of half double crochet, so chain 2, and the chain 2 is not your stitch, so make half double crochet in each stitch, okay, for this part. And when you are here, make your single crochets, back loop only of course, and after that I'll show you what to do. So when you finish making your single crochets here, I like this to be on the right side, okay. See, this one is on the right side, so I will turn my sleeve like this, or if you prefer this to be on your right side, then you can fold it like that. So I'm folding like this with this on the wrong side, and here, okay, you have this little tail here into your first stitch, and you do this so it will stay in place, okay. And then from the other side here, you insert your hook and take the loop, and make a chain 1, and then you insert into the next stitch from this side, into the next stitch of this other side here, and you make a slip stitch from this side into the next and make slip stitch, and we are going to join using the slip stitches only until the end of the row, okay. Just insert your hook from this side and into the other side without skipping or leaving any stitches, okay. Just like that, the entire row until you are here. Then turn your sleeve on the right side. So here you will, this is your armhole. You put this side where you have the seam into this part like that, and if you have your yarn, take the yarn through the sleeve like that, and you do this, okay. So this is what you do. And here is your seam, and this is the lower side of your sweater. So insert your hook into one of the stitches here, take that loop, make a chain 1, and then you are going to work single crochet all across the sleeve, okay, round. Insert your hook into every space that you get there, and make single crochets. So from this side you have the stitch. In every stitch you insert your hook and into the next space here, from this side to this side, and work single crochet all across, and you do the same for both sleeves. Okay, you do the same thing only like this. Okay, do that all across until you are here. So when you are here, make your last single crochet in this space and join with the slip stitch into this first single crochet. Cut your yarn and secure, and you can use your needle to weave in your ends, and then you'll have a beautiful sweater. Okay, here you are. So if you like the video and if you like my sweater, please give the video a thumbs up and do subscribe. Thank you so much.